moly. Oh my life, this is lovely. But at the same time terrifying. Okay, morning all. You find me here on a rather cold and crisp January morning, stood outside Laguna Performance in Ashford for my first bike review of 2020. Now, if any of you watched my last review at the latter part of last year, it was the rather modest Ducati Monster 797. So this year I thought we'd up it a little bit, go with something with a bit of more presence on the road, something a little bit more powerful. So before I get into telling you what it is, I just want to sort of clear up who these videos are for, who they're targeted at. So if you're a new rider, just passed your A license and are thinking of getting straight onto something big, this video is for you. If, like me, you took your direct access course and got straight onto a 1000cc bike and are now looking for something bigger, better, newer, these videos are for you. Basically, if you consider yourself as a newbie rider and you're looking to get into biking or big bikes, these videos for you. Or if you're looking to have a bit of a laugh for a few minutes watching someone inexperienced riding bikes that are too big and too powerful for them, again, this video is for you. So, with all that said, today's bike I will be reviewing is the Ducati Diavel 1260. What can possibly go wrong? We're in sport. Dickly dickly dokley. We're in sport mode, people. We're in sport mode. Me? Nervous? No. Here we go. Oh. Jesus, she's a bit smoky. What the hell? Check this out. I'm hoping she's just cold. Yeah, it's cold. Come on then, stop putting this off. Do it. Here we go. Ducati Diavel. I don't know. Oh, Jesus Christ. Good start. Alright, morning everybody. I am a bit nervous, I've got to be honest. This is a big old unit, a big old unit. This is the biggest bike in terms of power I've ever ridden. I've got it in touring mode. The bike comes with 3 riding modes: touring, urban and sport. I think touring ultimately is just your middle setting in terms of power and everything. So until I know my way around, I'm going to keep it in touring until I get a bit more confident with it. First impressions, well, for me it's a very intimidating bike. Bearing in mind we're doing this review for people like me who are inexperienced, looking to sort of get straight onto big bikes. And undoubtedly, if you're a person like me who might be in the market for, say, a bike like this, I'm pretty sure all of your friends who are far more experienced riders than you, etc., etc., will be telling you you're an absolute idiot. Well, although I class myself as an inexperienced rider, which I am, I've been riding 2 years and I got straight onto a 1000cc bike after doing direct access. My first bike was a BMW K100, which is a million miles away from something like this. I think it only had about 90 brake horsepower from new, and this has got 159. Got a lot of wind noise coming from my helmet this morning. Something's going on here. Is that fitted correctly? I have to just double check that. Hold on. It's got so much torque, pulling away in fourth virtually there. Bloody hell. It's got so much torque. I should have pulled in there to see what's going on with my helmet because it's very noisy. So get back to the bike when you stop waffling. I've always admired the Diavels. I don't know how you pronounce it properly, but I'm going to pronounce it Diavel. Kind of done a little bit of research on it. I believe Ducati kind of originally built it, designed it to sort of capture the American market, to sort of, try and steal some customers from the likes of Harley, and I honestly don't know whether that worked or not, but obviously they've made a lot of revisions over the 7 or 8 years that they've made it, and kind of more refined it for the European market, which, let's be honest, is a bit more refined than the American market. And according to sales, it's worked. I believe they sold about 80,000 of the bikes so far, which is actually a lot, and it's year on year constant sales. There hasn't sort of been dips or drops. So they're obviously doing something right. Now, for someone like me, the big upside of a bike like this is purely the seat height. The seat height is 780. Now, I mean, pretty much anyone could sit on this bike and not have a worries with putting your feet fully on the floor, which, as a new rider, has to be one of the biggest concerns you have. It certainly was for me. I'm talking about from my Triumph Explorer. Is a big old unit, and I have had issues with it. The height, I've had to lower it. I've got a lowering seat, I've lowered the suspension by 20mm, and now it's fine. But for the first few months of owning it, we didn't get on. I did have a couple of drops with it, purely, from inexperience, pulling up to junctions and not getting your foot placed right, not judging the camber of the road, and dropping the bike. And that split second when that bike starts to go, doesn't matter who you are, it's once a bike goes, it goes, and this is something I don't think anyone will need to worry about with a bike with such a low seat height. So although obviously you've got the power, it is a ridiculously powerful bike. You know, it's 160 brake horsepower. Now I'm on it, I must admit, for the past few days I've been, knowing that this review has been coming up, I've been really nervous, really nervous. One, it's January, the roads are a little bit damp and crisp, and I'm not making excuses. The roads aren't perfect for me. I'd rather a much more warm, sticky roads. And the fact that it's a massively powerful bike, it is very intimidating for me. But now I'm on it, sat on it, it's kind of not anymore. I don't know how to explain that, but it's always weird with bikes. You sit on them and then it's the same with that monster I reviewed. I literally cannot see any of the front wheel or anything from in front of me. It's literally like the end of the bike stops there. It's very weird. So although the bike is big and low when you look at it off the bike, when you're on it, this is kind of all you see, if that makes sense. So it makes the bike feel and look a lot smaller than probably what it is. So it takes that element of the intimidation away from you, because all you can see is this little thing. And actually being on the bike and handling it, you know, it's like any bike. It doesn't feel heavy, it's light, it's nimble. Obviously it's not a sports bike, of course not, that's not what it is, but once you're on it and you're moving, it's no more harder to ride than a little 500cc ER that you probably did your test on, you know. Obviously there's a huge difference in terms of power and performance, but the physical aspect of holding it and turning it and riding it and coming and handling it when you come to a stop is the same, because of the low seat height. I haven't done any sort of slow manoeuvring yet, but obviously that would probably be a bit different to a much lighter bike. Okay, we're in sport. Ookily dickly dokely. We're in sport mode, people. We're in sport mode. Fucking Nora. Holy moly. Oh, it does proper pull your arms. It really does. My life. Holy moly. I know it's a completely different bike and whatever, but my Explorer, that's 1200cc, it's 130 something horsepower, and this makes that look like an absolute moped. This thing is rapid. Oh, I really don't want to be seeing dirt and mud on the road. Bugger off. My life, this is proper. Kind of was expecting that. Oh, here we go. I need to keep an eye on that fuel gauge, because I'm sure it said I only had like 59-mile range earlier on, but is that just under half a tank it's showing there? Oh, it so wants to go. You've got to use all the rev range, but I don't want to push it because I'm still not 100% confident with it, but this thing really wants to go. Just now you have to lean forward. Holy moly. Oh my life, this is lovely, but at the same time terrifying. Oh it makes you hold on. Holding on for dear life. It's bloody brilliant. I think because you've got no protection in terms of a windshield or deflector, you're you know, it's a naked, so you're just there, and the fact that you've got the wind and everything, it just makes it that more exciting. Holy moly. What are they doing? It just cannot not bring a smile to your face. It's amazing. Right, ladies and gents, I'm going to do a quick walk around. I don't want to be too long because, to be perfectly honest, it's freezing cold and I would much rather be back out riding this little beast because I have fallen in love with it. So this is the Ducati Diavel 1260. This is a 2019 model. 2020 models coming out some stage this year, and as far as I know, the only difference is sort of aesthetics, colour changes. So this starts from 16,995. There are, in Ducati fashion, many optional extras available. This has some optional extras, these cool little the Rizoma reservoir additions, and I believe there's a crash cover there as well, which are all available from Laguna Performance in Ashford. So it's an L-twin DVT, which stands for Desmotromic Variable Timing, if that interests you. 1262cc, 159 brake horsepower, fuel injected 6-speed wet clutch, 17 litre tank. I mean, I've been out and about and well, it's done quite well so far on fuel, I think. Seat height, the most important thing for us newbies, 780 millimeters, which you can see there. It's perfect, you know. If you're vertically challenged, this is not going to be a problem for you. If you compare that, for example, I know it's a completely style bike, but my bike, the Triumph Explorer adventure bike, 840 mil, and I've had to lower it, you know. Standard height, I'm on tippy toes and I'm 5'10" ish. Curb weight, 244 kilograms. I believe that's with everything minus fuel, so once you've got a full tank in there, you're looking at 250 kilograms, which again is not heavy really compared to some other bikes. The screen, the dash, is a beautiful, hello, oh there you go, 3.5 inch TFT screen. Got the main screen there and all your warning light screens there. It's got a myriad of menus and God knows what. I have no idea what I'm doing with them, so I'm just going to leave that alone. So yeah, 3.5-inch TFT screen with a dedicated warning light part there. Safety features: Bosch cornering ABS, traction control, wheelie control, and as I mentioned earlier, 3 rider modes: sport, touring and urban. I guess you can look at that as urban being low power, touring medium, sport full on crazy mode. It's got cruise control, Ducati power launch. It's saying it's got hands-free. I'm not sure whether it has or not, or whether that's part of the multimedia package. Backlit handlebar switches, which are really cool for night time. All the switches light up, and self-cancelling turn signals. I've noticed there's some cool little, obviously everything's LED now, and unless they're the indicators, they must be the indicators, surely. Let's have a look for you. Yes, they're the indicators, as you can see. Very nice. So at the front we've got some lovely big powerful Brembos. They're the M4.32 calipers, cast alloy wheels. Optional extras for this: you can have the quick shifter, which is an optional extra, and the Ducati multimedia system is an optional extra. If you compare this to the 1260S, the main differences are the front suspension is fully adjustable upside down forks. These are upside downs, but they are fully adjustable, yeah. The rear suspension is an adjustable preload and rebound, whereas on the 1260S it's an Öhlins shock, fully adjustable. It's got a different seat, the 1260. The front brakes on the 1260S are bigger. They're the M50 Brembo calipers, and I believe the wheels are different. They're cast and machined. The quick shift is standard on the 1260S, along with the multimedia system is standard. And the price is, well, it's $16,995 for the 1260, and the 1260S is $19,995. So there you have it. That's a very quick walk around, but it's cold and I'd much rather be out riding this, so I'm going to get back on the road. So, should we do a bit of a summary? What to say, really? If I'm honest, I don't think this would probably be an ideal first bike, or a bike for someone that are very new to riding. What I'm saying is, if you've just passed your license, just passed your test, this probably wouldn't be an ideal first bike. 7-8 months down the road, yes, maybe. As I say, I'm keep going back to myself. I've been doing this 2 years. I don't ride bikes every day. I work from home, so I don't commute. But I think last year I did just shy of 5,000 miles on lots of different bikes. The year before that, not so much. And I've still got bucket loads to learn. But after a few days on this, I would be very comfortable and confident on it, and that can apply to anyone. But as your very first bike, I would say no, because as soon as you put it in that sport mode, it's going to scare the life out of you, and the inexperience element will come into play, and potentially bad things could happen. The Monster 797, which was the last review, that would firmly fit into your sort of first bike category, I would say. It's still lots of fun, plenty of power, but this is on another level altogether. That said, I absolutely love it and I want one. Well, this has certainly made my day today. This has cheered me up no end. I was very apprehensive at the start, and I did lose a couple of hours sleep last night worrying about this. You know, I think I mentioned it in my last review. We get lent these bikes, but if we come a cropper, there is a hefty excess to pay. So you're always a little bit apprehensive regardless of whatever bike it is, but this is by far the most powerful bike I've ever ridden in my short riding career, and it definitely packs a punch, and if you're not sensible it will easily rip your arms off and more. But at the same time, you can put it in urban or touring mode and it's a lot more user friendly. You can really dumb it down, but no matter who you are, there's always that urge to put it in sporty mode. Effortless, absolutely effortless. Oh, I really want one now. Well, I'm nearly back to Laguna Performance. I've got to say, this has been somewhat of an honour. I've absolutely thoroughly enjoyed taking this beauty out today. I was very nervous, as I've said, but I absolutely love it. Absolutely love it. It's been an absolute blast. So if you got any comments, criticisms, or if there's any bike out there that any of you are a bit skeptical, a bit wary about, who would like to see someone in a like-minded position, you know, I'll be your guinea pig. If there's a bike out there you want me to review, just put it in the comments and I'll see what I can do. I've pretty much got access to every brand of bike out there and model and etc. I'll be more than happy to give anything a go. So if you like the video, please like, please subscribe, and until the next time, see you later.